Hey, yo, what's the deal, man? It's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag, you know what I mean? As of this recording, it is 10:19 a.m., April 29, 2026. You know what I mean? This is the first video of the day. You know what I mean? I'm getting ready to go buy some pizza. Pizza! You know what I mean? I'm just walking around, just chilling, minding my business. I'm actually getting ready to go to that pizzeria right there across the street from Fort Greene Park, right here in Fort Greene and shit. You know what I mean? So last night on NXT, we seen plenty of debuts, right? We seen the debut of, I think his name is Will Cruz, right? Where they call him, Big Osprey. They call him Big Osprey and shit, right? But then we seen many debuts, right? But we also seen the debut of Evil, right? We seen the debut of Evil for New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he got right in the grill of Tony D'Angelo. You know what I mean? So it was, like NXT is showing that they're for real. Like they're not playing. I mean, they're definitely not playing around. Like they're trying to prove that they are, the top brand in the entire industry, right? But that's not what I want to talk about, right? What I want to talk about is a story that has come out with the CW and ESPN, and a tweet that Jimmy Van from Fightful said that I'm going to basically dissect. Okay? So there was, this morning, right, it was announced that both ESPN and the CW have there's a conjunction in both, right? So the CW teams with ESPN, I'm reading this from Deadline. The CW teams with ESPN and Roku in a streaming partnership, right? So there's a streaming partnership with the CW, ESPN, and with Roku, right? Which also includes NXT on ESPN, right? Which is a big thing. Not because it's more exposure, all that other good shit, right? And so Jimmy Van comes out with a tweet stating, let me just find this tweet. All right, bam, I got it, right? If I could post it up, I'll find it, but I'll just read it to you. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I am going to post this on my community post, on the page and such. So he says there is potentially some underlying significance to this one. If Paramount doesn't pick up AEW's option year, the most viable alternatives for AEW are likely Amazon, maybe Fox, maybe Roku. This deal may take one of these three off the table. So I keep hearing Amazon, right? Oh, well, they're going to do a deal with Amazon, right? So I see like two of those deals are going to be off the table. Okay, two of those deals. Fox, because WWE they have a contract with Fox, right, for AAA, right? And it also says Roku, right? If I'm not mistaken, I think Disney owns Roku. I think it's Hulu that they own. I think. Yeah, neither owns it, but there's a deal there with ESPN and the CW and shit, right? So realistically, the only option that they'll probably have is Amazon. But I don't even think that's going to be a possibility. Okay? Because let's keep it a stack. Every single streaming service, right, is trying to link up with a lot of these sports companies, right? ESPN, which is the main one, right? Fox Sports, everything, right? But it seems like TKO is basically doing all that they can to diminish, whatever market AEW can afford for their television, right? And so if you think Amazon is really an option, I doubt it. why does he keep saying, Amazon, right? Fox and Roku, right? Why does he keep saying that? It's simple fucking logic here, okay? It's simple fucking logic. TKO, especially since they're with, they have a good relationship with the Saudis, right? You think that they're gonna want one of their partners, one of their broadcast partners get, they're a competitor under their fucking under their fucking brand? Get the fuck out of here. That's not happening, B. I mean, that's clearly not fucking happening. Especially if, this whole Paramount Warner Bros. Discovery merger, comes into play strong. And it's coming into play really strong. Really, really strong. Strong to the point where, the Saudis are involved, right? So, and I'm pretty sure, I'm absolutely fucking sure that these AEW sickos are trying to hold on to every single nook and cranny of a positive report, about AEW, right? A quote unquote positive one. So that their fucking company, can stay afloat. That's not happening, B. I hate to tell you this, but that's not fucking happening. You know what I mean? Paramount is not going to pick up the fucking option for AEW. We know this. We simply fucking know this. Right? And this is worse for AEW because, again, the ratings are not showing, right? The ratings don't show, oh, well, they got 600,000. Remember all that bullshit when we heard about AEW being red hot? Oh, man, AEW is hot right now, but you motherfuckers are still pushing, 700,000. Now niggas was pushing 700,000, right? What happened? Even last week, y'all motherfuckers was, y'all went back to 600,000, right? And it's going to go low, right? Because Darby's your world champion, right? Darby Allin's your world fucking champion, right? And he's not a draw. The truth kind of hurts, doesn't it? It doesn't it fucking hurt, right? Come on, man. Today's Wednesday. All Elite Wrestling is coming on today. I'm not watching that bullshit. Fuck it. I got better things to do with my fucking time than to watch, a bullshit promotion that also lies to their fucking fans. Yeah, I almost slipped. That lies to their fucking fans and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to watch All Elite Wrestling. Yeah. Double or Nothing. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my motherfucking face. Anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. I'm going to holler at y'all. I'll check y'all later. Peace.